hell are you doing? I don't believe this. I got the scroll weapon, and I almost beat Mecha Turtle at the end of level 3.
You got the scroll weapon.
No.
He's losing his mind.
All right, welcome to the Switch 2 podcast. We're talking about the Switch, Switch 2, and Nintendo in general, old and new. I'm Keith.
Hi, and I'm Brian.
And we have a lot to talk about today. We can start with the Direct that happened on Thursday. It was all for Switch 1.
Is this the last Direct for Switch 1?
For this, yeah, I think so. I think from this point forward.
I think it went out with a bang. What you think?
Yeah, not bad. But what do you think? They're going to still do the Direct? Because they introduced that app. Did you download that?
I did. No, did you download it?
Yeah, actually I did. Let me see real quick.
I forgot to download it. I was curious about it.
So it's Nintendo Today. This is actually where they announced the Zelda movie on this app. So I feel like they're going to announce stuff on here.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm sure they're going to still do the Direct format.
I like the Direct format, but maybe they give you a countdown to the next Direct. I'd be curious to see how that runs with next week's Directs.
Yeah, they're doing a countdown now on that app, actually, for it.
Yeah.
I think they're planning on this next Direct being pretty big. What'd you think of them starting with Dragon Quest?
I thought that was really good. Like, I've never played Dragon Quest before, so now I'm anxious.
You never played any of them? Did you play the one on Switch?
Yes, whichever one. There's
yeah, I think Dragon Quest 11 was the one on Switch.
There's so many Dragon
That was
Quest
a good
games.
One. Yeah. But yeah, 1 and 2. I'm not even sure which ones came out here to the West.
No, I'm not even pretend to know that answer. But it had that Octopath Traveler look, which I love.
Yeah, that's what they're doing with their old games. People thought maybe they would announce Chrono Trigger in that style. Have it look like that Octopath Traveler instead of making a complete remake.
Okay.
Which, yeah, I don't mind. That style looks cool. So you think you're gonna get that one?
Yeah, that's one of my first. That's the first one I wrote down. The very first game, Dragon Quest 1 and 2. So that's a buy for me. I mean, out of all the games that were announced, how many did you write down that you want to go back and revisit?
Well, for sure, 2. I guess technically 3 that I really want. 2 that were complete surprise. They weren't announced before that.
Mm-hmm.
The second game they show, you probably you never played any of those games?
No.
No.
Never played them.
The first one on Switch was really good. It's like a detective game. But it reminded me of those old 80s OVA anime. It has that sort of style to it.
Was that a game that was on a previous system?
No, it came out on Switch. And then they had a sequel, which wasn't as good. But this one, they're going back to their original characters, which is cool. So I'm definitely going to get that one. And that comes out July 25th.
Oh, you even wrote the dates down for the... I did not.
Which, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be a Switch 1 game. I think, I'm going to say the Switch 2 is going to come out before August. That's how I feel.
Like this summer?
Yeah, I think it's going to come out in July. Wow. Or June.
Oh, man.
So it's interesting how they're going to... I mean, they were showing Switch 1 games coming out next year. So they're going to support the original for a while, I think.
Well, that's kind of scary because it's maybe the Switch 2 will be a hard to come by system, or they don't have enough games for launch.
Yeah, I mean, we'll find out.
Is the Switch 2 backwards compatible?
Yeah.
The biggest surprise for me was Metroid Prime 4 coming out for the Switch 1.
Yeah.
Because I thought that was gonna be a Switch 2 exclusive.
They didn't announce a date though, which is interesting. They just said 2025. So I think they're going to announce the release date at the Switch 2 Direct. I think they're going to pull Breath of the Wild. It came out on Wii U and on Switch.
Like Twilight Princess also, right?
So I think it's going to be on both Switch and Switch 2.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Like GameCube, Wii,
right.
Wii U, Switch.
Unless it's only going to be on the first Switch, but the Switch 2 is going to have some sort of upscaling Switch 1 games when you play it on Switch 2. like making them
enhancing
look
the
better.
grass.
Yeah.
Well, the gameplay that they showed looked incredible. Like that game looks far out.
Yeah. I mean, it looks great. People that are gonna buy a Metroid are already Metroid fans. So you think maybe they should have focused more on more action? Because they were like focusing on like Samus using magic to open doors and stuff. It's like
The new abilities
Yeah.
for the character that's been around for almost 40 years.
I feel like Metroid is a series that already has its dedicated fan base.
I think there's a market for it.
Yeah. I hope it gets a bigger fan base. No, Dread was pretty popular. It was one of the better selling games on the Switch. So I feel like, I think it'll be popular. I was hoping they would announce like a Metroid Prime 3 remake or something.
A 2-3
Yeah, 'cause
remake. Well, they only did the first one, right?
yeah, just the first one. So people thought, oh, obviously they're going to do 2 and 3 before 4 comes out, but nothing. Because I've been holding off on playing 3, but now I kind of just want to get it over with and play it before 4 comes out.
Do you own it?
On Wii, yeah. But see, that you have to play it on Wii. That's the only way. So you got to sit there with the remote.
Point it at your
Yeah.
TV. That's cool though.
Oh yeah, let me talk about this one game they showed. The Devil Summoner, Raito versus the Army, Soulless Army.
That is not on my list. So yeah.
That was a Shimigami Tensei game on PlayStation 2. Right now it's $150 on eBay. So it's a game I've always had like on my list to buy eventually.
Yeah.
But now they're going to come out with a $50 remake. So
Perfect.
It's
I love it.
hopefully the original price goes down.
It won't. They never do.
No.
But I like when Nintendo or any other system does that. Like, this $200 game that you want to play, here's a little remastered version of it for $50-$60. Yeah, okay. That's why I get some games from Limited Run. They came out with Gimmick for the NES. That's like a $500 NES game.
Wow.
But for $60.
Yeah.
Like, come on. The Final Fantasy collection, 1
Oh yeah.
1 through 6.
Did that knock down any of the prices of the original games?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look that up. I
No.
just thought about it.
Yeah.
But that's another game. You buy that for $60.
Yep.
And your collection, you have 6 games that are pretty expensive.
Yeah, but it's just because we have Eyes coming out July 25th. Devil Summoner's coming out June 19th. So it's like I already have these games coming out probably around the same time as the Switch 2. So it's like,
What are you going to do?
it's going to be a busy summer.
I should have wrote down dates. I didn't think about
No,
that.
I got a few dates here. What was the next game you saw that you really wanted?
Shadow Labyrinth.
Oh yeah, yep. I got that July 18th. It's coming out.
Now, have you played that? Or is that like
I think it's a brand new game.
And that has...
Pac-Man.
Now, correct me. Yeah, that has Pac-Man in it? Pac-Man? What was that about?
So yeah, it is Bandai Namco. They own Pac-Man, so they're just doing something new, I guess, with that character.
It looked cool. It's like a robot follows you around, it's a companion.
Right.
Maybe there's some ghosts that he'll chew up, or some cherries, or some fruit.
Looks like Metroidvania type game.
Which is a fun style.
You like that, right?
I do like that
I
style.
don't play too many Metroidvanias, other than Castlevania and Metroid.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks cool. I'm just surprised they did that with their Pac-Man mascot.
Are you going to make another Pac-Man type of game?
Yeah.
I think that would have been kind of fun.
Right.
When the Direct was going on, Limited Run announced a couple of
Oh yeah.
exclusive, like High on Life.
Okay.
They announced that for Switch, and I forgot what the other game was, but
High on Life, that's the one with the Rick and Morty creator, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I never played it.
No.
I'm hesitating of buying it or not. Because it's like, how many hours do I want to dedicate to that game?
Yeah, especially with other games coming out.
Give me a couple more. What else do you write down?
So this one was interesting. Did you write down Patapon 1 and 2?
I did.
All right.
And I had a question mark on it because I wanted to talk to you about that.
Yeah. I don't know how it plays. It looks like some sort of 2D Pikmin type game.
And it's like the black and white.
Yeah. But what's
Music
interesting,
based.
Yeah, what's interesting about that game is that it was exclusive to PlayStation only. PSP, I think. So that was a Sony only IP, and now it's coming out to Switch.
All right.
Same with the Everybody's Golf game.
Yeah, that was another one on my list.
That was only Sony exclusive, and now it's coming out to a Nintendo console. So that's interesting.
I'm fine with that. How much is do you know the original prices?
No, on PSP, I don't think it's too much. But both of those look fun. The golf game looks like a more technical Mario Golf.
It had that Mario Golf feel to it for sure.
It looks similar.
And hopefully the online play is pretty decent. You know, you get 4 people playing. Here's one, Witchbrook.
Oh, Witchbrook?
It's like Harry Potter
right.
style. I don't know, it looked cute.
Like a Sims type game?
Yeah.
It's not like an action game.
No, I think it's story based.
Right.
Wizards and witches.
It looks like it would be a cool MMO type game, but I think it's single player only. And I wrote it's coming down holiday 2025, so no set release date. But so you thought you're interested in that one, Witchbrook?
I would play it.
Yeah.
I wish there was still a way to like rent some of these games.
Yeah, I don't
you
know.
know, but I'll most likely buy it, play it for 10 minutes.
You ever try demos? Sometimes
No.
games have demos.
No, I always forget about the demos.
Yeah.
Or like the betas, you know, to
Right.
sign up for some stuff.
So sometimes you just look at a game, it looks good enough. You ever do that with a game and buy it, but then you realize you don't like it?
Yeah, I forgot. There's a couple of them.
Yeah.
I've only returned like 2 games, I
Right.
think, in my life. And one of them was for the Switch. What was that? Rocket League?
Oh, with the cars.
Yeah.
You didn't like that?
No.
That's a popular game.
It's a very popular, but that was not for me. I didn't know what I was doing.
No, it's hard to play, but I could never get into it. It looked fun. What about the WWE game? Did you return that?
I did return that game. I forgot which one that was. 2K19?
Yeah, I forget.
18?
It had Seth Rollins on the cover.
It was, you couldn't play it.
No, how I don't know how they should have been sued for that. It was bad.
Couldn't believe I returned it within an hour of coming home. I loaded it up.
I don't think they ever fixed it either.
No.
And no other WWE games released after that on Switch.
Ever on the Switch.
But that's exciting about the Switch too. You're going to get a lot of these games that never came out to Switch. Like Call of Duty games are going to come out to Switch too.
I'm excited.
All these new sports games are finally going to come out.
It's going to have a heavy third-party presence.
Yeah, definitely. One I wanted to mention just because a fellow dojo member, Henry, is really into it. The Gradius Origins.
Yeah, that's one on my list.
Yeah, that is a collection. Konami does this. They make these collections with the tons of games on them.
I love it.
Yeah, they do it right, Konami.
I think they announced like 6 games.
And they're making a brand new game for the collection.
Yeah,
Which is pretty crazy.
And it looks like it was a 2-player.
Yeah, so that's cool. I didn't get a release date on that either, but that looks good for people who like the shoot 'em up games.
Now, do you rotate your television to have that more of a portrait view on your TV?
I have my computer monitor. You can actually flip it. So I did try that with the Switch.
It worked?
For the shoot 'em up games. There was a pinball game you could do that for. It just makes it so much. It looks awesome. But
I wanted to do that with this TV. Put like a swivel behind it.
Yeah, you should.
I never did.
That would be huge if you played like a pinball game on that.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
I have in my basement a 65-inch television.
Yeah,
that was like my treat. And when I bought the wall mount, I forgot to buy the swivel.
Right.
After I put it up, I was like, forget it.
You should get that eventually.
This one looked pretty cool. Marvel's Cosmic Invasion.
Yeah.
I was surprised. That was a surprise for me.
Yep. I don't think it was announced before that.
Made by the creators of the Shredder's Revenge.
So it's gonna be good.
I mean, the 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up game seems like they're making a comeback.
Yeah, you had Streets of Rage a few years ago.
Yeah, Karate Kid.
Yep. River City Girls, I like that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're making a comeback.
And then you still have G.I. Joe, Wrath of Cobra. That's out there as a 2D.
Toxic Crusaders.
So that is a niche, a genre,
Yeah.
you know, for that type of style. But what was cool about the Marvel game, it had that 90s
Yeah.
type of style.
Yeah, they based it off the 90s comics. They're basing the movesets off of Marvel vs. Capcom.
Which is a fan favorite of ours.
Yeah. So that's cool. Like Wolverine and Storm. There's going to be 15 characters.
And they only showed, I think, like 5 or maybe 6 characters.
Venom, Spider-Man. It's going to be the ones you grew up loving, which is cool.
Yeah.
They're making it for that older fan base.
Yeah, like Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see if he's in it, but
Maybe you'll see Nightcrawler.
or something, or Colossus.
That comes out like a holiday, so that could
That's a purchase.
whenever.
Yeah, that's definitely a buy for me.
That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be at least 4 players. Did you write down Monument Valley?
Monument Valley 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Yes.
that looks fun. That's like kind of reminds me of Captain Toad.
Yeah.
It's like that top-down view puzzle type game.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Look, I never
Good
played
callback.
those.
What, Captain Toad?
No, Monument Valley. They're older games that they're releasing on
What?
Switch with all the DLC and everything. Reminds me of another PS4 game, Humanity, which is sort of, I don't know what you would call that type of game where you're looking down. Sort of
A puzzle, right?
Yeah.
A puzzle type of game.
That looks fun. It's
Yeah.
cool it has all the DLC.
I like that.
It comes out April 15th.
Oh, wait, that's like,
Soon.
that's pretty soon.
Now, I don't know if it's going to be physical, though, so you might skip on that.
I probably will skip, but
All right, let's talk about Pokemon. Pokemon Legends ZA. What did you think? Did this trailer make you change your opinion on it, or
no.
same?
No. I don't even know if I paid it. Like, once I saw, like, the Pokemon title come up,
Yeah.
I think I went back to work for, like, a little bit, you know? Like, answered a couple emails. I wasn't that too thrilled with it in the first place.
The trailer didn't make it look any better. I think being set in a city kind of ruins it for me. There's no like open world to explore.
No fields or
Yeah.
mountains.
Which when I think of Pokemon, that's
So you're just in a city.
yeah, you're in a city, like you're on the streets, you know, catching Pokemon, which I don't. It doesn't
I'm okay.
because yeah, the city is from X and Y. That was just one area of the game, and now you're just stuck in that city. I don't know.
Now you go into, like, buildings and skyscrapers, and
You go on top of roofs and stuff.
that's
But
where
yeah.
that's where you get your bird Pokemon.
Another game they didn't release the date for, so I think they're going to show it again next week. I think it's going to have something to do with the Switch 2, but unless it's really just going to be a Switch 1 exclusive, I don't know. Legends Arceus. Did you play that one?
No.
That one was okay, but
You
I
haven't?
don't know. No, I don't. I never bought it, but
See, I liked like Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. That's like the original remake.
Yeah, exactly, a remake of the original.
So maybe down the line I might get Diamond and Pearl.
There's something about these Pokemon games lately. I don't know. So this is it's a Nintendo series. It was sort of like Golden Sun, Star Fox territory where they forgot it existed, because the last one came out on Wii, Rhythm Heaven. It was I played it on Wii. It's a music game like mini games like WarioWare. It's all rhythm based.
Right.
So fans are happy that Nintendo's actually bringing back a series that they haven't touched in over like 15 years.
Is this a brand new game or is this like a remaster?
Brand new. But they said 2026.
2026.
So they're still making Switch 1 games next year.
I mean, when the NES or when the SNES came out,
Mhm.
they were still making NES games. Those
Right.
are the ones that, you know, were worth the hundreds and
Yeah.
hundreds of dollars.
You know, same with when the Switch came out. They were releasing Wii U games, like that WarioWare
Yeah.
Wii U game I never played. That's worth money. So another one that's sort of a cult classic coming out next year, Tomodachi Life. What did you think of that one?
I thought of my daughter.
Oh, okay.
I was like, you know what? I think she would like this game.
It was popular on 3DS. People love it. I couldn't really get into it, but that's the one. You ever see the videos of the Miis singing songs with like inappropriate lyrics? That's the game where you can make your Miis do all these things like that. So
Maybe if you get it, I might say, "Come on over,
Yeah.
we'll test it out."
If I get it, I'll let you try it out. And then, the virtual game card. What did you think about that?
That's a cool concept, right?
Now, I thought it was you have your physical games, and then you get like a digital version of that, but that's not what it is. It's for digital only games, so that you can
Transfer it.
let people borrow it. So you don't even care about digital, so you're not even going to bother with this.
No. It'd be good for you to lend me some games that you buy virtually.
Yeah.
I'll do a barter system with you.
Or maybe Kevin.
Yeah, shout out to Kevin.
Yeah. There was the Nintendo app. That's what they ended it with.
Yeah, they ended it with the Nintendo app. And what is the app called?
Nintendo Today. And it's interesting. It has news, but also like certain videos and stuff. It's cool, but I probably won't be using it a lot. Just because if they announce anything on there, just wait a few minutes and it's going to show up on your news source that you go to anyway.
Nintendo. You know what? I'm downloading it right now. The Nintendo Today app. I'm going to the App Store.
And then you can choose like certain games that you want news about. Like I chose Xenoblade, so they uploaded like a concert performance of the composers playing the music. So you get stuff like that, which is cool. And then you get like the history of older games, like Fire Emblem, Gaiden. Like I've never played that one, but it's interesting for Nintendo fans. We have the Switch 2 Direct next week. That's going to be exciting, I think. But what if it's not good? What if it doesn't, meet up your expectations?
The Switch 2 expectations, Keith. Is this what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
You having doubts? No.
What if all they really announce is just Mario Kart and nothing else is really coming?
I mean,
Like, there's so much hype for the Switch 2 and the Switch 2 Direct. Like, could it be
a disappointment?
Yeah.
What are the expectations?
I mean, I'm at a 10. On a scale of 1 to 10 for hype.
For hype? The hype, yes.
Yeah.
Are we expecting,
I'm not expecting anything, like, okay, Mario Kart, maybe a new 3D Mario. But other than that...
game-wise, like, is there something... Mario Kart, Mario...
A new Mario...
Are you expecting a new Zelda title?
I don't. Unless they just, like, re-release Wind Waker or something.
I'm more interested in the functionality of the system. What can it do? What does it look like?
And also what kind of third-party support is it going to get?
Yeah, what's the battery life? What's the online capability?
Yeah, there's a lot they could talk about.
Yeah, if they get into details like that, the games will come.
Yeah, that's true. People are going to keep supporting Nintendo because I feel like that's the console they're selling the most. Like, if a game comes out of multiple console, it's usually the Switch version that always sells the most.
Like
any like Square releases,
games.
They always sell the best on Switch.
All right, I have a segment for you. And this is a brand new segment that I'm going to do every week for you.
Okay.
Buy or pass. I'm going to name you 2 games. One's a Nintendo exclusive and one's a third-party exclusive that you've played.
Okay, so they're older games.
Yes.
Okay.
They've been out for the Switch, and this is only Switch. You're going to say if you loved it, like, would you buy it again? Would you recommend it? Or was it a mistake buying it?
Okay.
All right? Make sense?
All right.
So we're going to go with the third-party system, and it is The World Ends With You.
The World Ends With You Neo or the Neo?
Which also came out for the PlayStation 4.
Right. I did play, I have it on Switch. Now, the first one I really liked a lot. And then Neo came out, they sort of switched up the format, made it 3D. Without going into too much detail, would I buy it again? Probably not.
Oh! No.
I liked it, but I never beat it, just because it didn't really click.
Didn't click.
No.
Wasn't feeling it, so all right.
Yeah.
I love it.
So I'm going to... But I like it, but...
You're going to pass.
If I have to choose love it or pass, I have to choose pass.
Not buying it. All right, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now here's the Nintendo exclusive, and I think I already know the answer to this. It is Xenoblade Chronicles X.
X. Yeah, definitely.
That's a buy.
That's a buy.
Yeah.
I would say, because it was my favorite Wii U game, Xenoblade Chronicles X. So to play it again with all the upgrades they've done to it, it looks better. The menus are better. The text is bigger now. That was a big complaint people had.
It was small text. I remember that.
But definitely buy it. It's probably, when you look at the March release schedule, it's obviously, I think, the game of the month for me, from what I've played. And yeah, it's great. It's Xenoblade Chronicles, but it's less focused on story and more about exploring. And you get a mech. They call it a Skell. So that's cool just to unlock that, fly around. The world is huge. It's the biggest in the series. And yeah, if you like JRPGs where it's more focused on exploring and battling and less on story, definitely get it.
All right, so we got a buy for Xenoblade Chronicles X and a pass for Neo, The World Ends With You.
Yeah, when it comes to Neo, I do think about that game, if I like it or not. So
it is a good soundtrack, though. I do like the soundtrack.
Yeah, the game looks great. The soundtrack is good, but I think just when it comes to the gameplay itself.
There it is. Yeah. I love it. All right, we'll have to see what we talk about next week.
Next week we have the Direct for the Switch 2. We're going to do a live reaction to it.
How are we going to... So, we're watching this in my car.
Yep.
We're going to go to a parking lot. Will they announce a release date and a pre-order date at the end?
Yeah, there's been rumors, right, of what, April 9th?
April 9th was one, and April 3rd is one.
For pre-order, right?
Right.
They're going to definitely announce a pre-order date.
You think it's going to be that day? Pre-orders open now. Run, everybody. Go.
Yeah. Maybe if they do it, they'd be too, chaotic, I would think.
Would announcing a pre-order date of April 9th even cause even more hysteria?
Well, you have a week to prepare.
Well, that's just, and then, people are camping out on April 8th.
That's, yeah.
I'm not camping. I can't camp. We used to camp out when we were younger. I'm not doing that as an adult.
Yeah, remember? But people didn't pre-order back then.
They just lined up.
Yeah, when it came out that day, you lined up all night for it.
Yeah, we did. I think the last system I did that for was the 3DS.
Really?
That was the last time. I said never again.
When I was a kid, I did that for GameCube.
I remember that.
Waited overnight. Dan did it for Wii.
He did?
Yeah, he did. I've been having luck with doing these pre-order things online, though. Especially from Best Buy.
Best Buy.
I've been getting pretty lucky. But nowadays, even if you missed a pre-order, there's people you can follow that will alert you when the pre-orders go live.
Mm.
So even if you do miss out, there's still some chances you can get one. We were saying, maybe Halo will come out on
I will
Switch too.
Throw out my Xbox if Halo comes out for the Switch.
Yeah, Halo and Call of Duty came out for Switch too.
It's over. Goodbye, Xbox.
Yeah.
That's the only games I play for Xbox. Yeah, there will be no need for that anymore. So you can tell if anyone's listening that plays with me on Xbox, I'll be gone.
Yeah.
In fact, those games come out for the Switch too. Yeah, so thanks again for listening. This has been the Switch 2 podcast.
Yeah, and stay tuned. We're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about the upcoming weeks.
Yeah, we're going to have the live reaction. We're going to have a gameplay coming up soon.
Yeah, we have a lot of ideas, so stick with it.
Yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. Yeah, that's all I got. Until next time, Keith.
Yeah. All right, thanks for listening.
Thank you.